Hello everyone and welcome back to Drunk on Wanderlust. We are at the start of yet another fantastic hiking trail. We're back in Bonnie, Scotland, and this time we are taking on the Cateran Trail. Really looking forward to this one. I think we're going to have a bit of a mixed bag with the weather. Well, it's Scotland, we're probably going to get 3 seasons in a day. But let me tell you a little bit about this trail. Let's have a look at the map.
The Cateran Trail is a fully waymarked circular route that starts and finishes in Blairgowrie. The 64-mile trail travels through Perthshire and Angus Glens in the heart of Scotland, with sections passing through the famous Cairngorm National Park. The route is suitable for most abilities and features varied terrain of farmland, forest and moors. It can be comfortably completed in 5 days. However, we decided to do it in 6 so we could relax and soak up the beautiful Scottish scenery. I wasn't tackling this trail alone. I had with me my band of merry men. Joining me this time was Dom, Mel, Steve, and another Steve number 2. We left our cars at the free car park at the start of the trail and headed off on yet another adventure.
Here we go lads, it's 5 o'clock. We're making our way at the very start of the trail, feeling positive and motivated in this lovely, gorgeous, sunny weather that we have right now, which isn't going to last for too long, because I think, if I'm right, by the time we set up camp tonight, the heavens are going to open. But let's hope we get our tents up first.
We had started late in the day due to the drive up, and our plan was to finish by lunchtime on day 7, making 6 full days in total. Six miles to the Bridge of Cally, the point where the main loop of the trail starts.
So the plan tonight, should I say, we had a bite to eat in Wetherspoons and a cheeky pint or 2, and we are looking for somewhere to camp before we get to Bridge of Cally. So we're probably going to do between 5 or 6 miles. I've heard that it's quite difficult to find wild camping spots on this first section, and we're looking for 5 tents, so I love a challenge. We'll see what we come up with.
First impressions of this section walking out from Blairgowrie was lovely. It was so nice being back in Scotland and at the start of another wild camping adventure.
Mel, there's a little problem with this sign. What's happening?
Well, back there it says 6 miles, and here it still says 6 miles, and according to the reliable watch, we've done 1.17 miles.
Wow, something is going wrong with these signs. Oh dear, oh dear,
Already.
oh dear. Well, here we go. Another 6. Oh, look, that's an extreme close-up. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeVille. And Steve is free and single and looking for love. Anyone wants to take him, please inquire within.
To be vetted by Carrie.
And so is Dom. Look at these 2 eligible bachelors.
Now, even though this whole trail is very well waymarked, the mileage on the signs isn't always accurate. We had downloaded the GPS route on the Hiker app. This was really handy for exact distances and for planning our trail out in advance.
Just tackled quite a big hill, did a bit more walking, come across another signpost. Let's see how far we've got now to Bridge of Cally. Still 6 miles.
This was our first wild camping trail this year. It had felt like ages since our last one on the Arran Coastal Way. We felt a bit out of practice, even when it came to packing our gear.
Steve, how did we do with our packing? What does our bags weigh?
Well, about 14k each with a few extras thrown in that we didn't count.
So 15 kilograms.
Yeah, you...
15 kilograms? I should know better than that after all the hiking trails I've done. Ah well, at least this one was fairly gentle and I didn't have too many big climbs to tackle with a heavy pack. Here up, Steve, how many pints did you have before we started? Finally, the mileage on the signs had started to go down.
Okay, so we've walked our 5 miles and we've got to the place where I was intending for us to camp. We've got a slight problem. I'll show you. Dun dun dun. There is no way I am camping with them. So we're going to change our plan, carry on a bit further and see what we can find.
Luckily, just through the next gate we found a relatively decent spot. I'll mark all our wild camping spots on the map in case you want to pause the video and make a note of them if you're hoping to do this trail yourself.
Cool, look at that bum.
Oh yeah.
Woo, cheeky. It's Dom's Palace of Passion. He's blowing up his mat. Very nice. Here she is, old reliable. The big Agnes. I feel like I'm cheating on her, but I bought a new tent today. Shh, I'll tell you more about that later. I'm still keeping this one though. What tent have you got over here, Mel?
This is the Durston X-Storm 1 Plus.
Let's have a little look at this bad boy. Nice. You look extremely relaxed there, Steve.
Yeah, looks like this gadget probably started working, so
Yeah.
I'm doing without the midget.
So what is that, the flex tail
I don't even know.
midge thing? We're right at the bottom of the screen, but it seems to be working for you, does it?
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah,
Brilliant. Did you know I've actually got a 15% discount code for Flextail?
Oh, too late.
Too late, but for anybody else that wants to avoid the midges, I'll put it at the bottom of the screen, the discount code.
Good for someone else.
Good for someone else. There you go. So Mel has got the lightest bag out of all of us, 11 kilograms. And within that 11 kilograms, she's got a chair, she's got a table, 2.5 kilograms of food. I don't know how she's done it. Legend. Hello and welcome back, party people, to another riveting episode of Tent Life. So here we are on the Cateran Trail, night number 1 in the tent, and it was dry putting up the tents. Not a drop of rain as we've put these up. Only 1 or 2 midges so far that we've seen, or felt, should I say. And yeah, it's been lovely. It's been lovely countryside that we walked through today. A little bit of a mixture. Had some woodland, had some nice farmland, and now we're just coming up onto some moors. So yeah, it's been good so far. Enjoying it. One big regret is overpacking. 15 kilogram bag. I feel like a novice again. How many trails have I done? What am I thinking? 15 kilograms, a bit too heavy for myself. So yeah, I'll have to drastically get that down ready for the Alps, which is coming up next month. Very excited for that. We're doing the Tour de Beaufortin. I think that's how you pronounce it. Could be wrong. It's the sister trail to the Tour de Mont Blanc, which I did a couple of years ago, Tour de Mont Blanc, and it was absolutely stunning. This one looks incredible and so much quieter than the Tour de Mont Blanc. So that's going to be a good video. So make sure that you subscribe to the channel and yeah, wait for that one. So my current plan at the minute is to eat as much as I can of the food that I've brought, get my pack weight down a little bit. I've overpacked. What have I overpacked? Stupid stuff, toiletries. I've overpacked on clothes. Don't really want to chuck any of my clothes away, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. But it's not too much of a challenging trail so far. We'll just have to take it slow and steady until I lose a bit of weight from my food, and yeah, and go a little bit faster. But anyway, I'm gonna have a nice relaxing night tonight. Gonna get an early night because last night Steve kept me up till midnight forcing me to drink wine. No, we had a laugh. We did have a laugh, but it was good fun. We had about 4 hours, maybe 4.5 hours sleep. So yeah, it's been a little bit tired today, but gonna get a good night's sleep tonight.
Leave nice and early tomorrow. Looking forward to tomorrow's section. And we pass a pub as well. Exciting times. Yeah, so I say good night and I'll see you in the morning. Bye. Good morning. Okay, this is day 2 on the Cateran Trail. Oh, it's a bit windy. It stopped raining, but the wind is right up there. I'm all packed apart from putting the tent down, just waiting for everybody else to kind of put theirs down. Yeah, it rained a lot in the night, but I think at the moment it is currently dry. So let's get this tent packed down. Now, we couldn't possibly do another one of Scotland's great trails without some authentic Scottish weather.
What a good day to be alive, Steve, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's wonderful.
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 Yes, it's not raining, a bit breezy, but we're all right.
Time to head up onto the moors for our first full day on the trail. We did spot another potential wild camping spot a little further on before the Bridge of Cally. There was a gap in the wall and you could pitch between the trees on a nice flat grass.
Casual, lounging casually against the gate. Are you the gatekeeper? I'm the keymaster. The sun is out. Decided to make an appearance. Happy days.
The wind goggles were back on. I was once again the ultimate fashion icon.
Okay, so we're about 2 and a bit miles from where we camped last night. We're very nearly at the Bridge of Cally. The sun has come out, which is wonderful. We've come across a couple of potential wild camping spots for anybody that was camping on that section. And Mel's just informed me that there's another one just behind this shed bothy type thing. The actual bothy is locked, so you can't go in there. And yeah, I'm excited that the rain has stopped, the sun is out, and we're having a marvellous time.
If you go down this path, it takes you to the Bridge of Cally Hotel, but we're not going there today because it's not open.
We'll do it on the way back, won't we?
Definitely.
Yeah, for a pint.
For a pint or two.
Another thing I really enjoyed on this trail was learning the history behind it. The name comes from the Caterans, who were a fearsome gang of cattle thieves. They used to raid these lands from the Middle Ages to the 17th century and would follow a lot of the same routes as the trail. Along the trail, you'll find various information boards detailing specific raids, battles, and historical information about the Caterans.
Well, we've just been climbing up for a little while in this forest and got a bit of downhill, which is welcome, before we go back up again. I think we've probably got about 7 miles or so to get to Kirkmichael, and then we're going to head to the Kirkmichael Arms and get a lovely pint, which I'm very much excited for.
We encountered a short diversion in Black Craig Forest, but it didn't take us off route for too long.
We're taking a break by a very accessible water source, very good one. I'll mark it on the map so you can see. We've got 5.8 miles left to go to get to the pub, which is a nice thought. And the sun is blaring, it is absolutely beautiful. I'm really enjoying it. The views are lovely, nice conversation, having a brilliant time. Honestly, how long have I known Steve for? I've never seen him without a hat on in my life. This is a momentous occasion.
Whilst taking a break, Steve too foraged for pine, nettles and wild leaves to brew us a lovely herbal tea. Then we were back on our way.
We're just passing a field full of cows and they're all laying down, so looks like rain's on its way.
Well, we just looked on the map and we think we found the castle remains, the Black Craig castle remains. I'll show you anyway. You can let us know in the comments if I've got it wrong. But yeah, I think we've got them. What have you got there, Dom?
Banana and blueberry squashy.
See the packet? It's a taste sensation.
Oh yeah.
Highly recommend.
Drumsticks.
You've got to have a good selection of trail snacks. If you are a regular to my channel, you'll know how much I love my snacks. Drop me a comment and tell me your favourite trail snack to give me inspiration for my next adventure.
I like how they give you an option. Climb over if you're feeling really energised. Or go through the gate, like we did.
What a lovely day so far. We were really enjoying ourselves and the varied scenery and terrain. And it was so peaceful, not another hiker in sight.
Here they come. Hi-ho, hi-ho, off to work we go.
With a shovel and a pick and a walking stick.
Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho. We're about to go through a cow field. Dun, dun, dun. Almost through. Whew. We've got the advantage that they are down the hill. We are up the hill. So I think we'll make it to the gate before they even if they did start running at us.
Now don't worry if, like me, you have a bit of a cow phobia. We only passed through 3 cow fields the entire trail where they weren't behind a fence.
Work those leg muscles.
There's a bit of a leg burner.
We had some short uphill sections coming into Kirkmichael. Our legs felt a bit tired as we had rushed this morning more than usual, as the only shop in Kirkmichael closes at 2 PM on a Sunday, so take note of that if you're hoping to get supplies.
Less than 2 miles to go, 1.9 to be precise. Ready for a break, proper break, and some nice food.
Here we go, the home stretch, and by now we were starving.
3/4 of a mile to the pub, woohoo! Well, we certainly made it to the pub in good time, because here comes the rain. We made it to the pub. Just so you know, the pub opens at 2 o'clock. So we got here at 2 o'clock. And having a cheeky Guinness. Mel's actually booked a room here for the night. Yeah. So she's going to be in the lap of luxury whilst we're all roughing it in the rain in our tents. Steve, how long have we been in the pub for?
2 hours?
Are you pissed?
Yes. I got my finger in it.
Bit of Neil Diamond. Get us in the mood. Okay, that's it.
4 hours later, the rain stopped and we were suitably fed and watered from the Kirkmichael Hotel bar.
Okay, so we've got a little bit of a problem. we came out the pub and we started following the signs for the Cateran Trail, but it's taken us completely in the wrong direction of the actual trail, so I don't actually know what's happening there. I'll show you on the map where we are, and I have no idea why the signs are taking us this way when it's completely the wrong way.
Oh no, we'd followed the signs for the shorter alternative route.
So after our little half-hour walk in the wrong direction, we're now back on track. That's what having beers in the pub does to you. You just mindlessly follow signs without checking, and you go wrong.
Okay, back on track, and time to find a camp spot for this evening. Finally, we got pitched, and by then I was so exhausted I fell asleep mega early. I believe the large amount of food and Guinness may have played a part.
Celebrate your hiking achievements with Officially Smashed It's sustainable non-plastic souvenirs. We hand make these beautiful collectible medals for any hiking trail or mountain. Each medal has a magnet on the reverse and a detachable branded ribbon. We also donate money from each sale towards planting new trees with the organisation Just One Tree. These medals are perfect as a gift, and we'll even personalise them on request.
We're also excited to announce that you can now find our products in selected retailers along with our online stores.
Good morning everyone. This is day 3 on the Cateran Trail. Now I didn't do a tent life last night because I was a bit knackered. Let me let you in on what happened after we left the pub. So we took a wrong turn and ended up doing the shorter variant and went down that route. Realised our mistake after about 20 minutes, half an hour, and came back and found the right route and came along. There was not many places to camp, so we split up into two twos, and this was mine and Steve's, and then Steve and Dom camped a little bit further on. But I have got some sad news. We have unfortunately lost Mel. She stayed in the hotel last night. She damaged her ankle just before she came on the trail, and she thought it might be okay, but it wasn't. So she's no longer going to be with us on the trail, but there's just the 4 of us now, and we're ready for the big climb today. And the sun is out. Glorious. Yoga with Steve. There he goes. That's it. Loosen up those shoulders. Now downward dog.
So it was just me and the boys now. Luckily, after some rest and recovery, Mel was feeling a lot better and she's now back out on the trails again.
7 miles.
Today was going to be exciting. We were heading up into the beautiful Cairngorm National Park.
These big boys. No, he's staring right at me. Let's zoom. Look at his face. Well, we've just found a bin. Empty some of our rubbish. Gutted, a massive owl just flew out in front of us, but I didn't get my camera out in time. But yeah, it was huge, And just before that we saw a peacock randomly. Interesting trail, lots of wildlife.
Just managed to film in the back of the peacock as it walks away.
It's Tinky Winky and Poe. Tinky Winky, Dipsy, la la, Poe.
Right, come on then. Today we had a climb up to the highest point on the trail, the Ann Larrig Pass at 648 metres. We had checked the weather and seen a storm coming in that afternoon, so we're hoping we could get up and over it before the worst hit. Failing that, at least make it to the bothy that was en route to wait out the worst of it.
What we got on that pole, Steve?
The thieves.
Yeah. Let's get a closer look in a minute.
These hand-carved posts along the trail are called the Sentinels. They are characters of the Caterans and were crafted by Robbie Gordon.
We've stopped just by this nice little ford, just by the bridge there in the woods for a little break. Finished off my breakfast. We are at 380 metres now. I was really sweating when I was walking, but when you stop, you really feel the cold. So the jacket's gone back on. I think we've probably got about 1.5 miles until we get to the bothy. Obviously uphill. And then we'll have another proper break. Maybe cook some lunch. Yeah, but it's nice. It's spitting slightly, but it's not massively tipping it down, which is always a bonus.
Onwards and upwards. Now this section, with its wild and rugged landscapes, began to remind me of another adventure we had along the Cateran Trail. Now if you haven't seen those videos yet, check them out on my channel.
It started to rain. We're singing in the rain. Loving it, loving it, loving it. We're loving it like that. What's so beautiful about this trail?
Well, it's the fact that it's bank holiday and we haven't seen anybody yet.
Hi, Steve. Oh, and you're beautiful about this trail, are you? Right, audience, what do you think? Aren't they a stunning set of men? Specimens of manhood. Very nice indeed. I am one lucky girl. Do-do-do. Yep, lovely. Like the Chippendales. What is it now? Magic Mike.
Yeah.
Could you believe it? May bank holiday and not another hiker in sight. Glorious.
Who lives in a house like this? Let's go and investigate the upper lunch hut. Footpath walkers are welcome to take shelter. Coming in, we've got lovely tables and chairs set up down here. Another bench area. Lots of graffiti. And through to our third room. Further space to sit. Not really any beds, but if worse came to the worst, you could use a table. We have literally just walked into this bothy and the heavens have opened. It's absolutely pissing it down. Good timing. How's the weather looking, Steve?
Shit.
Betty Crocker and Delia Smith cooking up a storm over there. What's on the menu, Dom?
I'm having a coffee at the moment.
Just a coffee?
Yeah, we just said
What are you having, Steve-o?
Just something which was soup, now it's a powder.
Soup powder. Nice. Okay, I was just giggling because I've been making these overnight oats for breakfast and I had 2 packets this morning. I've got a packet left and I was just looking at the best before dates on them. August last year. What's it say?
Cock wanted.
Cock wanted.
Yeah. Meet me here the 2100 hours Wednesday.
St. John.
Which Wednesday?
Can you hold on?
I'll be here.
You'll be there.
I'll wait till Wednesday.
Okay, we've been waiting in the bothy for a little while now because every kind of 10-15 minutes comes another big downpour, but there hasn't been one in the last, I'd say, 15 minutes. So we're trying to decide whether to just go for it or not. So we're going to flip a coin and let the universe decide. Over to Dom. Heads we go, tails we stay. The universe decides.
Looks like we're off, people.
We're going! Woo!
Of course, we had to sign the visitor's book first. We left the hut and made a very quick ascent. I didn't feel much, I'm afraid, as I was eager to get up and over whilst it was still relatively dry. Now this was the view I'd been waiting for. However much I love woodland and low-level hiking, it's always extremely satisfying to get a good higher level climb in somewhere.
We did it, officially smashed it, woo woo woo, and look at this amazing view.
Time to make our way down to the Spittal of Glenshee. The wind was against us, which made every step feel harder, and we were glad of a quick break at the bottom.
Okay, Steve just fell off his bag. He got so excited for a break, he sat down in his bag and slid right off. Nearly smacked his head on that sharp rock. Not dead yet?
Not dead yet, working on it.
Working on it.
Now unfortunately, for those of you who prefer not to camp, accommodation at this point is pretty limited since the hotel here burnt down. There are some cabin rentals on booking.com however if you get desperate. And for anyone passing through over a weekend, they have a pop-up cafe. We found a camp spot just under a mile out of town and managed to pitch in dry weather, which was a total relief.
Me again. We're finally in the tent. Well, it's been a good day. We did the 648 metre pass, which was fun. As you saw earlier, we waited in the bothy for the rain to stop and made it just up and over just in time before we started having a few showers. But then we got down to the Spittal of Glenshee. Really beautiful section, lovely, stunning views, really nice. And then it started raining again, so we pushed on a little bit further, but yeah, Steve was pretty exhausted, so we thought, right, we're going to find somewhere to pitch up as close to here as we can. Luckily we came across this lovely lady, one of the farmers here, and asked her if she knew any spots that we were allowed to pitch up, because it's a little bit earlier than normal today. And she said, yeah, you can pitch up around the back of our farmhouse. It's not on her actual land, I don't think, but she pointed us out to a nice flat pitch where she said other people had pitched before, which was great. So we're right just before you get to the little wooden bridge where you cross over the stream, but I'll show you on the map anyway. Tomorrow, weather forecast at the moment is saying dry, but you just never know, because it's kind of hit and miss with the app that I've got for the weather. We shall find out as the day goes on. But I am really enjoying it. It's beautiful, it's lovely, and I just don't understand, it's bank holiday weekend, why there aren't more people out here doing it. It's we've literally not seen one other person hiking this trail. It's crazy, it's lovely, it's so nice to have the trail to ourselves, which is nice. But yeah, I am surprised. It's such a beautiful trail. You would think more people would be doing it. Well, I am going to say goodbye for now, because I think I'm going to get a pretty early night, and see you tomorrow. Bye.